What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Bugs' DCS Cruise. For this one, it's been a little bit of a thorn in my side for the past couple of days, but we worked through it, figured a few things out, and we should be pretty well set off now. What we're going to be doing tonight, or for this one, however you guys want to look at it, it's going to be a CSAR RESCAP kind of mission. And for you guys that don't know what that means, CSAR, Combat Search and Rescue, and RESCAP is Rescue Combat Air Patrol. We're going to be going to pick up a downed pilot, excuse me. So originally I had the Bell 47 with me, but it just, certain things would not work out with it. After a couple of days of testing it, it wouldn't happen. So we're going to use the Huey in place, and I'm flying the P-47. It's the closest thing I have to the A-1 Skyraider for now. I would have loved to have done it with that, but that's okay. The Ol Jug will definitely get the job done, that's for sure. We just got to know what we're doing and stay on top of it. So we have a down pilot 30 plus miles away from us. I do have a few triggers set up for this one. They're going to happen pretty quick as soon as we unpause, so we have to act quick. Time is of the essence for this one. We do not want to lose the pilot to enemy forces. Obviously, I'm going to be moving a little bit quicker than the Huey's going to be moving. So once I get on station, we're going to secure the airspace as best as we can. I am carrying two 500-pound bombs, a single 100-pound bomb on my belly, 10 HVAR rockets, plus the good old 50 cals. I want to suppress them as much as I possibly can to let the Huey come in, do his thing, and get the pilot out of there. He does have door gunners, just to give him a little bit of a fighting chance in case we go Winchester, but I'm going to try and conserve as much ammo as I possibly can. The ground attack stuff like this is always a little tricky because visibility from up in the air to seeing where your targets are can be a little questionable. So you guys are going to see me use the zoom feature a little bit on this mission. In case you guys were wondering, I know I've gotten several comments of, is there a zoom capability for VR? There most certainly is, and this one is going to be the showcase for that. So without any further ado, I'm going to unpause. Our alerts are going to go off pretty quick. We're going to fire up the Ol Jug. The Huey's going to get going, and let's see what we can do. Let's bring our boys home safe and hope for the best. Here we go. There it is. Fast 2-1 down, 30 miles northeast of Almanad. Smoke pop, enemy troops closing. Okay. Map grid, Charlie November 6-3. Alright, let's go, guys. You guys can hear the Hueys getting ready to start up off our port side. Alright, so the bad guys are on the move. We gotta start getting out of here. There goes the Huey. We're firing up ourselves now. Clear. There we go. Took a couple of seconds, but we got it going. Alright, he's up. We gotta get moving. We are a little heavy, so we're going to trim out our flaps a little bit. Alright guys, so this one should be a little interesting. Like I said, I tested this one a few times and it's been nothing but a thorn in my side, but let's see what we could do with it. So it should take the helicopter about 17 minutes, give or take, to get on station. We want to get there before he does, so we can soften up any resistance that we have coming in. Not much time for a warm-up on this one, but that's okay. Alright, he's off. Here we go. We're going. We're going to keep our flaps down for a little bit because we are a little heavy. So we're going to click 10 degrees till we get to about 170 knots. Airborne gears coming. Flaps 10. Let's close our canopy so we can hear what the hell we're doing. Let's get our cowl flaps closed. Alright, flaps up. Here we go, guys. Let's see what we could do. Let's arm our bombs up. I'm going to drop our wing bombs first. Let's get that ready to go. All right. Here we go, guys. So you guys can see the Huey off our starboard shoulder. He's a couple of miles away from us. And as for our bad guys, we have 20 foot mobiles and 2 vehicles that we're gonna have to contend with. And we gotta get there before they get to our down pilot. Bombs are armed. Trigger's hot. So let me stabilize her for a second, then I'll give you guys a quick F10 SA picture as to what we're looking at. And apparently he did pop smoke, which I set the trigger to do, but we'll see how well we can see it. So here's our F10 SA picture, guys. We're moving pretty quick into them. They're over here, so we are about 16, 17 miles out. As long as I don't smash into the ground, we'll be okay. There's a good possibility we're going to take a few good hits on this one. From the few tests that I've done with it, we do get peppered, so that's why I chose the P-47 for this one as opposed to anything else. Because I know she'll get us home. Huey's not that far behind us. Alright, so I'm going to stop yapping for a little bit, guys. I'm just going to focus on flying, and I will be back with you guys as soon as we make contact. So we got to head 171 for 9 miles. We should be good to go. T's and P's look good. Alright, guys. Now, I'm back with yous. I don't like the look of those two little dots up there, so let's go check that out. That is more than likely a column of vehicles moving. I don't like the look of that, so let's go see what we could do with that. You can still see the Huey right up there. Yep, there they are. Alright, so the infantry slash foot mobile should be a click north of the two armored vehicles, so it's going to look like a picket fence line from up here. We just got to play our cards right. Yep, that's them. Alright, we're on station, guys. Let's see what damage we could do. Let's come in with a show of force first, and then if we have, when we need to, then we're gonna drop weapons. Let's see if we can rattle their feathers a little bit here. Yep, they're the foot mobiles. We got 2 on that pass, not bad. Let's see if we can not get ourselves peppered on this one. That would be nice. I'm going to push our prop full forward. Let's get rid of these two bombs on the two 500-pounders on our wings, I should say, so we could lighten up a little bit. Let's see if we can either hit them or spook them. Glide bombing is not easy to do, but we're going to try our best. Bombs away. I think we missed. Oh, they didn't even come off. Yeah. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I forgot one switch. So the switchology can get you if you're not careful, as you just saw. And I am flying the Block 40 P-47 for this one, so let's recover that. Let's not smash into the ground. There we go. That was close. Like I said, I want to get rid of these things as soon as we can, just to lighten us up a little bit. There they are right there. Bombs away. And we just took a couple of hits. Nice, not bad. Not bad. It's on our belly. Alright, we got a couple of good shacks on that one. Not bad. I'm not going to complain about that. Let's not frag ourselves. Bomb away. Alright. That's it for our bombs. Let's arm our rockets up. Our wing definitely got peppered, that's for sure. Alright, the Huey's coming down now. So let's see if we can draw some of their fire away from the Huey. Looks like the Huey's on the ground. Let's circle around and see what he's doing. Alright, with 20 past, Huey's on the ground. There's the downed F-86. There's the Huey doing his thing. And the Huey's up. Not bad. Let's let him get out of here. Let's make another pass in. So here's the zoom for you guys that were wondering. All right. We're gonna make one more loop around, and then we'll join up with the Huey again. We seem to be not getting shot at. I guess they figured out not a good idea. Let's roll in on these guys right quick and then we'll blow out of here. Alright, let's get a quick BDA on these guys, and then we'll work for home. Yep, that's a plume of smoke, that's for sure. Alright, let's give it one more for good measure, and then we'll work for home. of here. Alright, let's safe our weapons. We're out of here, guys. Alright, we got him. We picked him up. He's on his way back. Splash a whole bunch of baddies. It's a good day. Starting up with the Huey, and I'll be back with you guys for the landing phase. It's gonna look horrible right now. Alright, he's free and clear. Let's bring this baby in. let's see how far away from home we are. Not that far at all. We're at 9 miles. There's home right there. Alright guys, we're not that far away from where we gotta land. So I'm gonna fly the rest of the way, and I will be with you in a minute. And I'm not going to promise the landing is going to be the smoothest, but I'm going to try my best. Alright guys, so we're overhead El Manad, so let's start our landing checklist. Fuel booster pumps on, prop full forward, start slowing it down a little bit. Let's do the overhead brake. Not as aggressive as it would be with the fast jet, but that's okay. Let's pull our power back just a little bit, start slowing it down. We're 195, let's go flaps 20. $150, $140, gears coming. Alright, so for you guys that don't know or haven't really flown the P-47 too much, you gotta stay on top of it. Because she is a heavy airplane, so we gotta be careful. Similar to the F-14, especially the A, you gotta be on top of your speeds, because you gotta be ready to counter if something starts to go wrong. So we got a green light, our gears down, and locked. Let's come out of this turn, then we'll go full flaps, coming in on final. We want to try and touch her down nice and easy. We don't want her to sink too much, so we got to watch our glide slope. We're in on our dog leg. Full flaps. Alright, here we go, guys. Let's see if we can get this baby girl down in one piece. I have every ounce of faith in her. Nice and easy. The visibility is always fun with the tail dragger, but we'll get it. Alright, we're over the threshold. Like I said, not the prettiest, but we're down. Let's get the canopy open. Let's get our cowl flaps going here. And let's get off the runway. I hear the Huey coming, so we want to get off the runway as quick as we can. I don't know where there he is. I don't know where he's going to land, so... I'm going to make our turn off right over here. Let's bring her in over here. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's go park by the Huey. Forgive me, guys, on that one. Alright, there's our helo. Let's go park near him. And we'll shut her down. Alright guys, we're home. We made it. Mission accomplished. Let's shut the Ol Jug down. Alright guys, well, we definitely did it. That was a fun one. Like I said, it was the biggest one on my side for a little bit, but it worked out perfectly. I'm happy about that. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like, comment, subscribe for more, and until the next sortie, strap in, arm up the seat, and keep flying.